Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So I want to talk about how these guys, lower grade guys that don't got nothing to offer, think that getting hoes 304s is an accomplishment. And I often have to remind them that it's not. So I was talking to a dude, and we end up flaming each other. We end up roasting each other because the guy, he could take it, so, and he say stuff to my face, so, it's like a twisted respect thing. Like, when people say stuff to my face, I take it differently than if I find out you was talking behind my back, or you having the body language of somebody that's talking behind my back. So I had to remind him that, it's some people, when they get to talking about you, they not looking in the mirror when they do it. So sometimes you have to remind people when they get to talking about you. One thing about me is when I do for me. Like, these women, the majority of them ain't even worth it. Their opinions ain't supposed to matter because they not worth it. They got chlamydia, they got trichomonas, they got herpes, they got syphilis. They ran through, people done gave them choo-choo. They done ate dudes' butts. This is No Matrix After Dark, y'all. But that don't change their opinions. They still think that you're supposed to care what they think, knowing what they do. And so I had to remind him, man, I said, you think that's an accomplishment? Okay, and let me talk to you guys out there trying to sell drugs and trying to take shortcuts to getting this money. Let me talk to y'all for a second. If you go to, you know how much money I'm gonna make in 5 years? You do all of that to impress these 304/hoes, and then you go to prison for 5 years. And it's gonna be dudes like me out here making this money. Some of these dudes gonna be banging your chick. You can call her all day, and she'll go right along with it. And some dude will be banging. Me personally, it's not my taste. I don't like women who like jailbirds. I don't like women who like bad guys that don't even know how to treat women. They can't stay out of trouble. They don't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. They take shortcuts to get their money. Now, I do like fashion. I do. But I think when you fashionable, it should be for yourself, not to impress these superficial, dotty chicken heads. Now, the flip side of this is revenge is the sweetest joy. Tupac was right. When you know these people are superficial, get the best, man. Even if you don't like something, sometimes it's just good to have it. If that's the top-notch thing, it's just good to have some of the top-notch. And then them chicks that when you had to average that, wasn't paying you no mind, don't pay them no mind when you get it. See, when you go up in level and up in status, you're supposed to deal with people that's at that level. Like these little chicken head, and he made a good point. He said you ain't gonna get away with in the Midwest what you would get away in North Carolina, Alabama, and he's right. Because to be honest with you, the Midwest is probably one of the most superficial regions out of the four. Top two, easily. He's right. If you, like in Milwaukee, if you got Cartier glasses, yeah, you got to avoid getting robbed. Or buffs, It don't matter who you are. You could be the goddamn guy. You gonna be running through these chicks. So he was right about that. I mean, they some nice glasses, but the attraction to them is a little bit much. So he's right about the status level. People be looking at what you drive. People be looking at how you dress, how you wear your hair. And this is also why a lot of black guys no longer like black women. This is why they like white women and Latino women, because yeah, they got their own flavor, their own taste, but they not as, like, collectively, if you just a plain dressed guy, you still could get through with some of the rest of them. More so than these black women. And we talking Midwest. Because when I was down in Texas, they had flavor in Texas too. Them dudes used to dress in this. But what I noticed is the women weren't as superficial per se as they are in the Midwest. In the Midwest, you could easily trick them, man. I'm telling you. You just got to avoid these dudes trying to rob you and stuff like that. But if you got them buff glasses, you got some Balenciaga shoes, man, you gonna run, you gonna clean up. Don't have a nice car on top of it. You gonna clean up in Milwaukee. And Chicago and Detroit. And this whole Midwest, it just, you gotta watch out for the stick 'em up kings. But you will clean up if you got those things. So he was right in that sense. Boy, we was roasting each other too, boy. I ain't gonna sit and let nobody roast me. I was roasting him back, told him like one of them big fat New York rats. You know. But we talk all the time. And you know, we got talking about that. So I kind of want to talk along that premise. Like, yeah, upgrade your appearance, upgrade, you know, as far as getting in shape. But don't let these chicks use you. I want to talk about women using. Don't let them use you for what you got. And this is where Coach Greg is right. You know, and some of the things that he talks about on his channel. But you don't let these women use you for what you got. Now, if you want to use what you got to use them, by all means. But don't let them use you for what you got. Oh, if you don't like her, or she don't like you, or she showed that she not into you, don't give her jack-ish. Don't even give her a dinner plate. If you're going to take somebody to dinner, take somebody to dinner that actually likes you or that you like. Don't take nobody to dinner that's only trying to go to dinner with you because you got a nice car, nice jewelry, you dress nice. Take the ones that prove themselves to you, like we always talk about. Now, I can't speak for guys that just want to have sex and that's it. Because that ain't how I am. I want to have sex and fun. I want to have deep conversation. I do. Like, I don't want to deal with nobody that's just shallow, that I can't talk about politics and religion with, because she just accepts popular opinion and don't really have a learned viewpoint that she can prove, and that maybe I could get better. Maybe she could, maybe on this level, on this aspect, teach me. But don't let these superficial chicks use you. And always know that. I told him, he said, man, don't disrespect the black queen. I said, see? I said, that's why a lot of guys don't want to date black women no more. Because he's strictly black women. And he was talking about he was basically talking about how they are. And he mentioned another person. He said he got a Range Rover. He got cardio glad to be wearing Prada boots. He popular. He be running through them. Man, look, man. First of all, how dirty these chicks is. They got everything. Who want to run through them? I don't know about y'all, but I don't. Give me a couple good quality ones and I'll work with them. But these little thotty chicks with a tattoo all the way up their whole back and their whole leg, man, no. I mean, we all like what we like. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm finna show you. I'm finna tell you what I like so you'll understand where I'm coming from. I like headstrong women that are smart, that have wise wisdom to be women. I like wise women. It's a difference between a woman's wisdom and a man's wisdom. But I like a woman that has some type of wisdom. You gotta have some wisdom. Gotta have some wisdom. I like them. As far as they face, I want them to look cute, want them to look good, so on and so forth. But I go by more so their actions, because sex is sex. And a lot of times, from my experience, when a woman has a good attitude, or she has the right attitude and respect level towards you, that sex is gonna be good anyway. You ever seen a woman that they sex drop off because they respect for you drop off? It happens, man, I'm telling you. When they into you, man, that sex is gonna be it's gonna be fire. It's gonna be an inferno. And I ain't talking about syphilis and burning and all that stuff. I'm talking about a good fire. So, but when you dealing with women who using you, that's why guys be getting robbed. That's why guys be getting set up. That's how you end up fighting. She'll tell him, well, I just was trying to get his money. You ain't getting no... Look, dude. I done heard it all. Like, I don't deal with nobody at work, right? But somebody came up to me and was like, I guess one of his little... Because you know what's going on there is people is messing with people. So I guess one of his chicks was talking about, he said, yeah, I heard you be cashing it. I said, what? I said, man, I ain't giving these, I was finna cuss. I said, I ain't giving these broads ish. I said, and I keep hearing about this cash. I'm been macked up on them and took their money. Because a couple of dudes there was like, oh man, they just trying to get money, you know, about some of the women. Man, nobody finna give them no. You know what I noticed? It's always, look, I can't say always, but I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna say it like this. In the situation that I see here, it's almost always the black ones that's always trying to get some money out of somebody and use them. Now, gold digging is diverse, it's universal. But I'm talking about where I'm at. Like, it's like, and everybody be saying it, my cousin be saying, others do. Like, a lot of the white women that deal with black men, they don't need your money per se. Hey, dude, jaywalking, he gonna make me miss my light. All right, these people be practically 90 years old, don't know how to cross the street.